Hello survivors, I'm Colonel Failure and this is 7 Days to Die. Last time I was here was at the tail end of the live stream, where for the very first time some members of Bad Company had been able to join me on the server that myself and a couple of associates have been kind of building up for around a month. We're currently in the tunnel heading back to the main workshop area, and when I did the live version of this, we had, how much? Well, maybe 120, 130 days played. As you can see, we've now got 300 days played, because there's almost someone in here every single day. And as such, the time rattles forward at quite a rate. Now, in order to keep the doors closed here, in order to keep the flow of things running, I thought I'd give you a quick tour of what's going on, because several things have been changed. That's not what I need at all. What I'm after here is a bit of steel, which will take a couple of moments. That should do the trick. Yes, so a lot of this was built up by myself and players, if you see them on here, with Four Leaf and Stegs. Basically, we put together a base that will allow us to survive pretty much anything that happens in this here apocalypse. And the overall objective for this playthrough has been to bring some peace. I'll walk into the wall. Some civilization to the end of the world, to try and show the zombie masses that there is a better way. That's a novel place there to put your bedroll. So yes, why not come with me as we take a tour through the town-based facilities that we've built up so far, and we'll see if we can't get into a bit of trouble. Stay tuned. So yes, it is a bit of a cowardly exploit to have a base that is underground, given that the zombie masses aren't so keen on digging down. They'll quite happily dig horizontally, and they can often make their way to places that you'd rather they weren't. If there we go, there you are. What are you doing? I suppose perhaps you'd like to come down here and fight here. So because they try and get to the stuff that we've built, the terrifying horde have been doing a little bit of landscaping on the side of the mountain here, they've made quite a mess. The whole thing will collapse at some point, given the amount that they've dug out of it, and that should be quite exciting. It's we are, for the most part, when in the bunker downstairs, we are pretty safe. Now, you might argue that playing a game set in the apocalypse, where you decide, actually, I'm not that interested in the apocalypse feature, I'd rather just stay downstairs, if that's all right to you, that you're cropping off one of the major features, which brings me on to the overall purpose of the game. So we're on a random seed map, and that random seed is Colonel Failure, perhaps unsurprisingly, and we've built this bunker. Let's just give you a quick look at it in all its spectacular glory and somewhat incompleteness. And we've built right outside the hub city. Excuse me, I just need to have something to eat. I love me a potato in the morning. I find it's the best day to start the day. Best day to start the day? Certainly, why not? Yes, so we started outside the hub city. The thinking being that, well, firstly, you get a heck of a lot of really top-rate looting opportunities, given that we've got the server set to respawn just about everything every seventh day. But more than that, we want to take over the hub city and and turn it into a place you'd be proud to call home. It can get quite dangerous, and I'm going to take you through a couple of places that we've got here. The bank, as you can see, has been occupied by someone. They've not, if I'm honest, put a massive amount of effort into the stylistic pleasantry of the thing, but you know, you get what you get. So if we trot down here, the majority of the building, all of these pits, incidentally, they've come about through exploding police officers, which I suppose you would call a feature of the game. Police officer zombies. They do have something of a bilious nature, and when they've done, when they've got no more to offer you, they just tend to explode, which is nice. This is Cybergal's cafe, and she's taken on the rather splendid motif of the spiked wall, choosing to build out of wood, which is bold. Wood is not a great survival material. We're not going to go and have a look today, but we'll do a few episodes of who would live in a house like this. Further down, we'll just have a peer in through this box. There you go. You see, what's going on here. Oh, there's a pile of rubbish. Oh, an empty bottle. Yeah, it's useful. So there you go. That's Cybergal's cafe opposite the supermarket, which, given its absence of doors, I imagine is looted on a pretty regular basis. Where we're going to head for first is the town mall. Now, when I set the server up initially, there were three of us working on the master plan, and we knocked out the bunker and got that in pretty good shape. But since being invaded by, you know, that many, that's it. No, that's the lots. That's everybody on the list. After being invaded by that many people, it became obvious that the sharing economy that we've been working to that point, where you know, we had resources galore and you could just help yourself when you needed them, wasn't really going to work. It was like locusts descending on the bunker's reserves. So we've since moved towards something a little more capitalistic, whereby you know, everybody is now responsible for gathering whatever it is they want, and because there is a need to get stuff from other people from time to time. We've got. See, I wouldn't have done that. Oh, it works though. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, because there is a need to get resources from other people from time to time. We've ended up in the situation I'm about to show you. So this is the outside of the town mall. Yes, perhaps overkill. Yeah, we'd just got some nice trees up previously, and in fact the nice trees are still here. But there you go. So here's the town mall, and there's glass missing. That's not what you want to see. Spiky pit at the town mall, just for people who don't have an account with the don't have a loyalty card. Keep them out, and then obviously, you know, we've got a little bit of extra security, purely because plenty of people try and make off with a packet of biscuits without paying for them. And in the mall we've got vending machines. Each person on the server gets to have their own vending machine. Blueprints and calipers? I doubt that. Yes, so some people have taken to advertising their potential wares, and in order to get this started, everybody was given a vending machine and 5,000 of the casino tokens, which are the currency used in the game. It's working kind of well. There's still too much kind of giving it away going on, and it's about building up the habits necessary to persuade people into. There we go. See, look, that's what we want to see. What was I talking about? Yeah, casino tokens. Yeah, we do casino tokens in order to keep stuff moving around. That way, I mean, because as much as everybody is pretty able now to fend for themselves, 120. Nobody's interested in buying the tools that I have lovingly created. Oh well. Yeah, that way you can use the resources if you're, if you're desperate to get a particular project finished by buying them directly off someone else. So this is the upper deck. We've still got some work to do on the mall here. We haven't got the aim, obviously, is to have a consistent design throughout, and at the moment it is showing rather a lot of patchwork still present, but as is so often the case, this is a work in progress. Let's trot our way back out here. Door discipline. It's the thing I yell more often than anything else is trying to encourage people to be disciplined and close doors behind them. For there is nothing better that the undead horde like more than an open door. Yeah, I like the fence, even though it doesn't really exist on any plane of existence. I don't know if you stick it there. Anyway, this is Colonel. Well, it will be Colonel Failure's townhouse and factory, and this is there's even more work in progress. This is where I spend most of my time currently, working up the outside to be consistent, and we link across by this ugly sky bridge, which I have plans for to make it less ugly, over to Four Leaf's tower, where he too has gone with the spiky wall motif. See, I don't go with that. I need something. The purpose behind a spiky wall, obviously, is a bit of passive defence. The undead miscreants that come your way, bumping into a spike or two, and it shows them what for. Anyway, here's I'll show you the outside a little. Now, all of this wall work stuff going on here that's what I'm kind of working on right now. I'm not just going to repeat the pattern around the outside. The idea will be that I'll have some kind of Batcave-esque ramp into the facility. I think it's probably going to be here. You see, I wasn't thinking of doing it here. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I haven't figured out where exactly I want it. And as you can see, I've still got a lot of work to do on this, but it is quite satisfying once you get there. Also, I want to dig out the remnants of the former building here, because this whole lot is mine to do with as I see fit. I just don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll probably plant my own resources, trees and plants and food, and maybe a nice little veranda style outhouse for those long summer nights at some point. Now, interestingly, I had expected to get, crudely interrupted. Sorry, just looking for the supply plane. No, it doesn't seem like it can be bothered. I had expected to be rudely interrupted at this point, but obviously the dead are having a late start today. So let's take you inside, and I'll show you a thing or two. There you go. Now, at present, you get in by either going up and over from the roof, and you can see where we're aiming for up here, the roof itself. And I don't know whether I shall put the full roof back on, or whether I should turn this into some kind of building top terrace par excellence. No, I have yet to decide. Making it structurally secure has been the first objective. Just having a quick check of the various bits I've left in place that allow you to loot. I already checked that. You already checked it. There's nothing in there. There you go. See. Just on the off chance anything has respawned yet, because what with the number of other people playing, I can't keep track of the exact last date that I went through this stuff. So we're going with a brick and iron bar kind of a style here. So this is the first floor, or second floor if you're from North America. Quite why you chaps have decided that the ground floor is not something you believe in, I don't know. But there you go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, a bit of loot. And it's got a shooter in it. How splendid. Oh, we'll take that. Bit of nitrate, hunting rifle parts. Yeah, everybody's happy. Now, I sport a shotgun here on a occasion, but my shotgun skills are pretty lacking. Is that another window missing over at the wall? Now, that can only come about through people being reckless when trying to take down Uncle Zed and the family when they intervene. This is the stuff we really want to respawn. The cooler will contain food on occasion. The bookshelf here might look fairly unassuming, but it will contain, blueprints and plans and other things I can make and all that kind of jazz. I need to reorganize this. I mean, this is, I'm living shabby here. Let's not put too pleasant a spin on it. I'm not going to try and make out like it's amazing. But here we go. This is where I'm currently spending my time. So all of this is outside correct, is exactly the design I want. This corner section here has got some very strange, I've got a building material, wood frames, good old traditional wood frames. Yeah, there's a glitch in this, and I wish I knew what it was, where I can only place a block in the center there, and those ones surrounding it, I can't. If I could, I would just complete the wall as it originally was, but I can't do that. So instead, I've got this little corner tower, which if I just bounce on top here, the corner tower, which will become a kind of a watchtower. So it will the idea I'm going for, and I don't. It depends if it looks good, and the practicalities of it, possibly not so much, but will be taller than the rest of the building to give me good kind of line of sight over the rest of the city. I don't know. Maybe it'll have a purpose. Maybe it won't. But that's what we're going to build. Right, back into here. Now, this was the original kind of embedded route into the city, coming up through this hatchway here. So that leads down into the tunnel back to the bunker. Very useful if you prefer to get into town unmolested. That's the way you can do it. So yes, I'm spending my time right now. If you compare this wall here, which is all over the shop, with this one, which is very purposefully, not that bit's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, so ignore that bit. The rest of it's right. You get 2 pillars of concrete with iron bars in between, despite the fact that, given that on a style basis I've stuck a little ramp outside, the bad guys are going to attack the bars first, and they are actually the weakest point in these defences. Well, that's okay. I mean, at the moment I'm not using this as an overnight defence area in the slightest. I'm just building it up until I've kind of got it to the point where I feel like defending it. I've got no forges in here. I haven't got my workbench or concrete mix or anything like that. I'll go back to the bunker for it. So yes, right now I'm replacing this kind of prefabricated, kind of light pale brick with this good hearty red brick stuff, and still upgrade that to concrete. So the real pain here, I'll share my pain with you. There you go. Is we have to dig out the concrete. Now, the game didn't spawn this concrete. Oh no. I put that in when I was patching this place up to begin with. And, I've got maximum mining skill. So other than using a highly powered up auger, which is a very loud, very fuel thirsty, and actually not that much faster power tool, now I'm using the best of the best pickaxe to get the job done. Yeah, you with me? See, takes a while. So, I mean, you know, if you're interested in watching, you know, episodic behaviour of me just kind of chipping away here and getting stuff done, then, you know, say the word and I'll look at you questioningly, and then I'll do just that. But yeah, there you go. I mean, it doesn't lend itself to riveting narrative. Just kind of going, yeah, and then after this, I'm going to move along and dig out the next one. Yeah. Phew, look at that. That's progress right there. Amazing. At least that window's in the right place. I have to dig this window out as well. And I don't have my replacement blocks on me right now because I'm not going to do it right now. But also, the floor. Haven't decided on the floor. Do I want this kind of stage 1 concrete? Do I want to up it to stage 2? Can I be bothered to dig out the surround of the bunker, this kind of dip down towards the tunnel? The tunnel itself, at my end of things, needs a lot of work. That'll be fun. And then we've got where I'm putting my Batcave-esque entrance into the... I keep describing it as Batcave-esque because I've already designed it, and it does have a certain amount of Bruce Wayne about it, much like myself. The question is where to put it. I mean, it needs to look good from the outside, and it needs to... because the thinking is you come tearing in on your mini bike, close the thing behind you, and therefore, if I were to stick it here, there's a high chance you'd drive your mini bike straight down a pit. The Batman illusion there disappearing entirely very, very quickly. So yeah, do I want to dig out the remainder of this floor and make it something attractive? This is all the default stuff, which, you know, you can't actually place for yourself. It's not a texture you can place, and it's also fairly cruddy. I mean, you know, I wouldn't eat my dinner in here. Let's put it that way. Yes, and it's my one complaint about the apocalypse is it doesn't really lend itself to making things shiny and new. Which, if I briefly trot up the stairs, I mean, look, you've got, you know, town centre car park as a feel going on here. It's a little bit bland, but it does at least feel like it could have been laid in the last week or so. Whereas you come up top here and you know, this nice white adobe stuff, it's not exactly hard wearing, but it is at least pleasant. Yeah, there you go. That's that then. Have I got a little... Is that a hole in the world, or is that a pool of water? Let's go and have a quick look. Hold on, which direction are we going now? Is that east? East, right. Possibly put some safety rails on that. Have I got an empty? I've got 9 empties. All right, let's go and do it. The reason for doing this, friends... Actually, I'm going to need to go up to the top to get back on the ladder. That's a new thing. I used to be able to jump over the wall, but I've fixed that. I use the word fixed with kind of implied inverted commas there. Right. Welcome to another episode of The Colonel Throws Himself Off the Side of a Building. Look at that. Totally professional. East. Right around the other side. Yes, I was going to wrap the episode up, but it occurred to me I hadn't encountered a single zombie, and we've got standard zombie settings on. Now, the good thing about the city is it will spawn a whole raft of stuff at the start of the day as soon as it encounters a personage. Stay me, let's fill me empties. But after that point, if they've all been killed, fill them up. Yeah, I'm wet. Well, I just went swimming. You know, that was kind of inevitable. Well, get out of here. Get out. Get out. I dug myself into something I can't quite escape from. Is this on my land? It's not. It's adjacent to my land. Okay, well, it could still be turned into some kind of wishing pool, I'm sure. Yes, so, yes, we won't get any more attention unless I kind of purposefully go about it. And actually, I quite like the fact that in this first episode of bringing civilization back to the apocalypse. No. Yeah. That it's already rather civilized. I have not had to use my shooter. Come on, get out of it. And instead, we'd have had a lovely guided tour around the beautiful, beautiful city. So, thank you very much for watching today. There will be more of this in the surviving the apocalypse with dignity. You know, looking smart, feeling smooth, not succumbing to one's baser instincts after the world has gone to hell. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. Chuck a subscribe at this one if you would like to see more, and throw a like on it. Let me know what you think. There will be upcoming episodes with challenges. Oh yes, and if you'd like to be part of the server team, you can find the details on how to do that in the Patreon link in the description to this video. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Turn the torch off. Cheerio!